So I thought I would do some sort of basey, updatey type thing for myself, really. I've started this SMP thing. Um, it's called an SMP. I don't know what that stands for. Sur- I think it stands for survival multiplayer. That would make sense. Um, Normally I avoid. Um, well, I haven't played Minecraft in a really long time, basically, and that I suppose is part of the reason why I wanted to actually do it, because a lot seemingly has changed. I haven't played since 1 point whatever, 5 years ago anyway. Maybe actually over 5 years ago now. Um, so a lot's different. I've managed to put a shader pack on, which took me 35 minutes, and I've recorded that process. Um, so hopefully that's why the game looks nicer than it did 5 years ago. But yeah, Phoenix SMP. I had to apply, which is a good sign. It seems to be whitelisted. I had to apply to get onto it. I did that instead of a solo world just because I don't know, I thought it might be a bit more interesting to have other people cutting about. Although so far it's mostly just been me. But a few people, have been dropping in saying hello, and everyone seems friendly enough. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I have a decent start going in this area. I kind of wanted to do a by the sea thing. I'm reading a lot about 16th century English explorers in the New World, so I think that's what the inspiration has been, or the maritime inspiration has been anyway. Um, yeah, as I say, I had to apply. Normally, I ignore things that I have to put pronouns down for, but I diligently put God, Jesus, Emperor in as my pronouns, and here I am. So I thought, yeah, we'll just do an. I think I was tempted to do a tour of the. Oh, oops. I was tempted to do a tour of the spawn area. It's very impressive, but actually, I think I'll just do my bit because my bit's not very good. Um, Building things has proved quite difficult. I thought I was better at building than I am. Actually, I've got this starter, but this starting pier was not big enough. The biggest thing I'm short of is space, so I need to expand out that way because it's very cramped. Um, but yeah, I'll just have a little look around. Then I might just do a series of progress updates. Um, just kind of see how far I can get before I get sick of it, which will no doubt happen. So what have we got? We've just got sugarcane, the basic wheat farm. I mean, absolutely fulfilling my needs. Got a boat because I'm at the sea. These furnaces, these are actually really good. These food cooking ones are brilliant. So I've got like this little crafting setup. These are slabs. I thought I was very creative whenever I did slabs, but you can't actually place anything on slabs. So I've had to then replace it. But I don't know, it's quite interesting. It's something a bit different. I quite like it. They've got sheep who are very loud. Very annoying, actually. I'm just realising I'll probably just turn them down. Yes, I can. Just like that. So that's all been very good. Oh, reflections, that's interesting. This is kind of like my bedroomy bit. I've actually managed to find a use for diorite and granite, which I'm very proud of. I think this actually looks quite nice, or pleasant at the very least. Um, so I'm pretty chuffed with myself about that because these blocks are disgusting. This is my little AFK hole. I just sit in here if I need to go AFK. Sheep, as I said, thought I thought this was clever. Not that clever in the end. It's a mine entrance, and it looks like a skull, so it looks like it kind of fits like a maritime piratey theme. I did try to make it look like a balaclava, but that hasn't really worked out. But I still think it's quite cool. And then this top bit's quite nice. but then it just becomes like a normal mine. Although there is something different, because I made my first strip mine and I went down to level 12 because that's what you go to, and this is about that. And level 12 is where you used to find diamonds, but I wasn't finding any, and I've realized that you don't find diamonds at level 12 anymore. It's all different. So you've got this is level 16, and this is apparently good for, is it lapis or iron? I think it's iron. And then you go slightly further down, and this one's good for lapis, level 10. And then you go all the way down to below what used to be the bedrock line, and you've got these new levels. And this is about minus 20, which is apparently best for finding gold. And then you go all the way down. I need to raise the roof here, I keep bashing my head. I just put these stairs in, so I didn't realise that. It's minus 54. Or, well, I'm at minus 52, but anywhere minus 54 to 51 or something. And it's apparently on the Reddit thread I consulted for this, actually minus 59 is the best level, but there's so much lava. Whereas if you go for a like 10% reduction in chance to find diamonds, you don't get any lava. So that's why I've done that. So it's made mining quite interesting. Caves are just stupidly massive now. There's no way you could negotiate and actually conquer a full cave. It's ridiculous how big they are. Which is a big change from my day. Big change. But that's the mine. I quite like it. I'm quite happy with this design in the end. I wasn't happy with it for a while, but I actually think it looks quite cool now. Enchantments, fine. Got it to level 30, which is all you need. You can't place the tables kind of below or above. I thought that would have looked a lot better, so I've had to kind of go for this traditional thing. I'm really disappointed that you can't place bookcases below the table and it actually affect it. I think it's silly that that's not the case. Lovely sunset. It's one of the things, I wasn't that impressed when I put the shaders on, but I have to say the sunset looks fab out here. This is my horrible storage tent. I had this idea. I wanted purple wool as the roof, and again, I just didn't have that much space to make this, so it just looks horrible. You know, absolutely disgusting. But I've used barrels, which is very odd meta. Apparently, everyone's using barrels these days. This is my nether portal. I was very pleased with myself whenever I could actually get this to work, because you can jump up within it. I thought that was quite cool. And that's it really. I got this thing, I was given this stuff. I was given this in a block on my first day. And people have been very friendly. Somebody gave me this thing full of iron. They gave me it with 3 stacks of iron in it, the shulker box, which is very kind. They also gave me this thing, this netherite. I have no idea what this does. I don't think it's particularly useful. I mean, anything that comes out of the nether usually isn't very helpful. So look at that. Wow, that's really quite gorgeous. So I'm sure it's not that useful. It's probably like redstone. Probably don't need that much of it, but we'll see. The only other thing I've done of note is import loads of trees. So I went and found some acacia and some spruce and dark oak to bring and plant here, because this was all birch trees, and birch trees are just horrible to look at. So I brought in some new ones. This is quite funny. This is under here is like the back half of this. It's like the tunnel. This tunnel was totally exposed, so I kind of had to cover it over with dirt. And you know when you're trying to make something look natural with dirt, and it just never does. That just does not look natural at all. But I've tried my best with it. And that's it really. I mean, I've got 2 dogs. I did have 3, but I don't know where the other one went. He got lost one day. I did have to murder a villager because I hit one of his alpacas by accident. Had to kill the two alpacas, and then he was just so sad looking on his own, so I killed him too. Yeah, beheaded a chicken, you know, as you do. And yeah, that's really it. So this is kind of like the starter base. I want to expand it now and get more stuff going. And yeah, I might do a tour of the spawn area and some of the other people's bases at some point because they're very, very impressive. But I won't do it if nobody's on, because then it's like snooping around a dead person's house, you know, which is just a bit weird. So yeah, that's my horrible little starter base, which building in Minecraft is not as easy as it used to be, but we'll get there.